Tumblers in the nation have hit the heartland, Iowa City. It's the Big Ten Women's Gymnastics Championships, and it's next on College Sports Television. Grace, athleticism, power, precision, and passion, all surely to be on display here at Carver Hawkeye Arena for the Big Ten Women's Gymnastics Championships right now on CSTV. Hi again, everybody. Jason Knapp, glad you could join us for Women's Gymnastics on College Sports Television. You know, the Big Ten Championships in recent years, really you could call it the Michigan Invitational. The Wolverines have dominated, winning 12 of the last 13 titles, including 6 in a row. And the Wolverines ranked again nationally, currently 7th in the nation. Penn State also in the mix in the 11th spot nationally, and Minnesota also cracking the top 25, currently ranked 22nd. Glad to be joined once again by Robin Hubner, former Big Ten all-around champion. And Robin, the Wolverines loaded once again, and Jenny Deiley, another performer for them that's done a great job. Jenny
Deiley is a true all-around gymnast. Not only is she ranked first in the all-around right now in the conference, first in the vault as well, and in the top 3 to 4 on just about all of the other events. But she has such a real nice combination of traits to her. She's a strong athlete, very graceful, and really pretty gymnastics lines. We talked with her earlier about how she feels about the all-around competition.
I actually like competing all around because when you're in club, you compete all around, so it's nothing new. And last year, actually, I was hurt at the beginning. So coming back, I gradually came back, so I would start with just bars, and then I did bars and beam, and it was different not competing everything.
Also happy to have former Olympic gold medalist Dominique Dawes joining us in the broadcast. And Dominique, one of your former Olympic teammates is starring in her own right for Michigan in Elise Ray.
Elise Ray is a wonderful competitor. We competed on the 2000 Olympic team together, and she's had a strong showing at the University of Michigan throughout all the 3 years that she's been competing. This is now her 5th year as a senior, but she's walked away so far with 3 NCAA titles. And she understands that right now this is her final competition as a Big Ten championships, and she's understanding that, and I'm sure she's looking forward to the competition.
Definitely excited, definitely ready to go. Glad that postseason is here because I think the team is ready. But also a little sad. This is kind of, as it gets closer to the end, you kind of start thinking about, oh, this is my last blah, blah, blah. And that's kind of hard to swallow just because there's so much passion for the sport. But I think the overall feeling is excitement and fired up, ready to go.
It is the final go-around for Ray and a lot of the seniors here in the Big Ten Conference, but it's the first go-around for us here at Iowa City. First rotation coming up in a moment, featuring, among others, Cara Pomeroy, top 5 in the nation on the bars, and it's next from Iowa City here on College Sports Television.
Williamson.
Jason Knapp back here in Iowa City along with Robin Hubner and Dominique Dawes and you on College Sports Television. Set for rotation number 1. Ohio State will be on the vault. The bars belong to Illinois. Iowa on top of the beam, and Michigan State has the floor. Buys right now for Michigan, Minnesota, and Penn State. We start out with Brittany Brown of Ohio State on the vault. Transfer from LSU, season high 9.8 so far on the vault. Junior from Wheaton, Maryland, and here she goes.
And her vault is a handspring pike with a half, and the college gymnasts now just do the 1 vault, which is a change from years back when everybody did 2, and this is much less wear and tear on the knees and ankles.
And Brittany's vault was pretty strong, as you'll see here. The height was pretty tight. Her form with her legs came a little bit apart or slightly bent, and the judges are definitely going to deduct for that. But all around, a very strong vaulter.
Karley Walek is the top all-arounder for the Buckeyes. Had a 9.9 on the vault earlier this year against Pittsburgh, at a pretty solid season average as well.
That was a layout soup full. That was a very nice vault. A little bit of form break with her feet, but other than that, I think it's going to score quite well for the Buckeyes.
She gets good speed into the vaulting table. She does that half turn on, or kind of a quarter turn with the full twist off, and really just that 1 step on the landing, which is just a 10th deduction.
On On floor for Michigan State, Sarah Alexander, junior from Kernersville, North Carolina. First team all Big Ten last year, tied for 4th in this event last season.
She opens with the front through to a double back pike.
Sarah's definitely doing a great job here with her artistic value. That's something the judges are looking for on top of combinations in your dance and tumbling. She's really performing well to the crowd.
Certainly a Latin influence in her music choice here. How much do you try to play to strengths in your artistic choices here?
Well, obviously you want to pick a music that suits your style and your personality. That's first off. And then obviously you want the choreography to fit as well. Yeah,
and that's how it was in my career. A lot of times I worked with jazz or blues, things that really suit my personality, and I think this Latin flavor is really working for her.
I agree.
Sarah had a 9.9 here at Big Ten's last year. Again, that was good enough for 4th position. And the junior looking to improve upon her performance. Latter stages of her floor exercise.
And this is a crucial time. She's getting ready for her final tumbling pass, and this is when the gymnast is usually feeling quite tired. Very nice double twist.
Yeah, Spartan with a smile after a nice performance. Sarah Alexander doing the job for Michigan State. Number 5 in the nation on the bars, Cara Pomeroy, sophomore from Ottawa, Ontario. No lower than 9.9 in her last 4 meets in this particular apparatus.
Beautiful pike Jaeger there. What I really like about Cara, obviously she's taller than the average gymnast at 5'8", and she really uses her height to an advantage. She just makes the swings look so beautiful.
And that's what the judges are looking for. The key to bars is really about swinging and also proper form. And if you can see by her lines right away, they're beautiful.
That was excellent routine.
Landing stuck. She had a perfect 10 last year at regionals and certainly earning another good score here at the Big Tens in 2005. Back on floor, Chayla Hill, sophomore out of Hudson, Ohio, ready to showcase her stuff for Michigan State. Season high 9.9 on the floor twice this year.
That was a nice combination of front tumbling immediately followed by back tumbling. And
very interesting. Very interesting.
And the judges don't want to see just front or just back. And there she combined both of them in the one tumbling run.
The folks with the Spartan program certainly talking about her as far as a breakthrough season this year. Solid as a freshman, but certainly when you are put in the position of closing a routine for your team, it's certainly a proper position for an athlete on the rise with their program.
Well, it's important to be the last competitor in the lineup because a lot relies upon you and your performance, and it really says that you're pretty strong and they're relying upon a high score for you for the team.
And the scores tend to increase as the rotation goes on, so the coaches typically put their strongest athletes toward the end with the hopes that the scores will continue to rise.
Chayla certainly working herself. Big grin out there, having a good time, and going to set herself up towards that final tumbling pass.
And that's one thing that I've enjoyed from Michigan State's floor routines. They're really performing to the crowd, and that really does matter. A little rough on that last tumbling pass.
Last run.
Chayla Hill, sophomore for Michigan State, closing out the floor for the Spartans. Kortny Williamson, junior from Manheim, Pennsylvania, on the beam now for Iowa. Second team all Big Ten last year, and in the Iowa Media Guide, she lists her best non-athletic talent as being able to pilot a Harley Davidson. So she's good on a bike and the beam. Let's enjoy.
That may come into play. You never know.
Yeah.
You know, keeping your balance.
She's definitely got balance there. Back handspring, layout, very nice series. And this angle's great because if she's off just a half an inch, you're definitely going to be able to tell.
You can see it.
You know, starting the balance beam for your first apparatus is always a plus because this is the event that a lot of gymnasts tend to worry about throughout the whole 4 events of the all-around competition. So getting beam over with, hometown crowd behind you, great plus for them.
Certainly is. Hawkeye fans enjoying the work here of Kortny Williamson as she gets ready to set up for the dismount.
This has been a pretty solid routine so far. Not the most difficulty that you'll see, but
landing pretty solid for Kortny Williamson. We're done. Rotation number 1. Get you caught up on the scores and everything else from Iowa City in a moment on CSTV.